I'm not going to apologize to the child molesters. I'm not going to get in this life of sin. It's me and my girlfriend.
Ellie.
Three's a crowd. You can't tell her that. My baby girl. She always in there.
Mm-hmm.
She always in there.
What crowd?
Make me happy come home to this face.
Seriously. Those hugs for everything.
Boy, hold up. I don't think y'all ready.
Let's move this camera. Let's talk to her. She's more peaceful. And she's eating as okay. Let's go back to running out of options. Hey, what you guys think? Do you feel that your mothers are boneheaded for being in this relationship? Do you think that they are weak-minded?
Why not?
You're staring here. God, you're saying a lot.
Hey, do you think that these women are confident?
Yeah. That's the way they carry themselves. Yeah.
Wow. What else do you think?
That's what every
Do you see the
strong opinion people I've ever met.
That's right. Do you see any benefits as far as you as children? Are y'all suffering? Because people feel sorry for you. I mean, they're on YouTube feeling sorry for you.
Now, this one in the front right here, that's, what's her name?
Renentet mom.
Renentet's mom.
Yeah, a new cat.
A new cat, okay.
Put on their neck, them black power boots. Put on them big black power boots and put it on their neck.
Some people get a reality check, like, look at your life. Why are you focusing over here? Like, you need to fix what's going on in your life first. You want
to destroy happy people's lives. Maybe this should be our reality TV show called Happy Housewives. Yeah, so, back to what you were saying. Let's go. Renentet Atumbre, my beautiful daughter who has taught class, did her own lecture, came out with a book. Woo! Love her. What's up? Talk to me, baby.
Did a new cat, Renentet's mom, and Amanette get along good, as far as you know?
Yeah. They didn't really. I didn't really see them bump heads too tough. I think a new cat bumped heads more with polite than probably Amanette.
Do you know the reason why they stopped talking?
Apparently, from what Sal was saying, they broke up over the Renentet situation.
She was an unsatisfied customer.
Yeah, well, I don't think that she signed up for the grooming of the daughter and all that. I don't think she signed on for that. This was a book or memoir called In My Father's House. Y'all with me? Now, the little girl writes, but look how articulate she is. Here's a picture of our beautiful family. I love them all. I know my Amat, Nasutet, Ra'et, Ak, Hotep will be upset that she missed this photo op because she was cooking upstairs, but I really like this picture. To the extreme left is my mother holding my Yabub Polite. Nasut Amen Ra, Sin Atam Ra is holding the baby Mayat Otat Amen Ra. It is one of the co-mothers and the CEOs of the household. Nasut Amanet Sit Atam Ra. My head is above her shoulders, and my sister is at the extreme right. So what we're hearing here is a 13-year-old at this time is writing a story. She's writing a lesson. But the thing that you need to study about this lesson is that this 13-year-old is either super articulate, very pin sharp, or she's being guided into something. You know what I mean? Or she's being guided into something. And we're going to go into and see what she's being guided into. And we don't have enough time to read the whole book, but I got excerpts.
Agent for doing all the work and looking at all the different condos. And come to find out later, it was his older daughter that I sent the money to. Now, let's get into that. I think her name is Tazani. I don't know how to spell it.
You ain't talking about Tashia, right? You ain't talking about that, her, right? You ain't talking about Tashia Barnes, right? Tashia Barnes! Listen.
I've seen her a few times on back, on those old videos. And so one day he's like, yo, G, can you pick me up? I pick him up, drive him around. He's like, go here, go there, go here, send me the address, go here. So we pull up to this restaurant, and we're sitting outside for a while. And, it's just silence in the car. Polite's not talking. He's not, I just know, get the vibe like he's just not in a talking mood right now. And he knows I never even try to initiate conversations. So that's why he keeps me around, or kept me around. So the car opens, and this woman comes in the car, and I'm like, oh, okay, that must be his older daughter. And then immediately she just starts fucking yapping, talking, I'm like, whoa, like this energy just totally switched up in this car. And so we're like driving away, and she's just nonstop gossiping and talking. Polite's just like silent. I'm silent, and she's nonstop fucking talking. And I'm thinking, wow, this is awkward. And so I drive apparently to her apartment, park outside. She goes upstairs, and she comes back down, and she is dressed in some. She's dressed like she's about to go on a date. High heels, all tight shit, and ready to go out. And I didn't realize what I guess this is. They want to go out on it, and so I was just thinking like, wow, like why would you dress like that to go out with your dad? Like in the back of my head, I never said nothing, And immediately I got the vibe. So, and then she switched up. She was like, brought up money to Polite. And then Polite's like, let's not talk about that right now. I already told you the deal. And then she's like, so what? Like I already brought it up. Let's talk about it. And then she just went off. Like, you told me about this, and you said you're gonna give me this kind of money, and da 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 da. She starts flipping on Polite, and Polite's like, I don't know how you don't realize how disrespectful you sound right now. And she's just like rude to him. And then I was like, whoa, like this is awkward. Like this is a really awkward car ride right now. And she was like talking to Polite as if he was a boyfriend. Like as if he was a boyfriend or ex-boyfriend or something. Like the vibe did not at all seem like father and daughter. And I'm not trying to gossip. I'm not trying to bring up. Somebody else told me this too that stayed with Polite. Like, what'd you think about that? How'd you think about that? Were you around that? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, what kind of vibe did you get? And I'm like, that was a little bit more than a little father and daughter. Like that seemed like actual some just way more than father and daughter. Especially the way she was dressed and the way she was talking to him, and just really obviously going off and disrespecting him in front of his mentee.
When I was listening to Tasha K talk, she mentioned something about the 15-year-old girl was the ringleader. Now, people were confusing were they talking about Little Mayat or what 15-year-old girl was Tasha K referring to, you think?
Because I'm about to tell you how bad he had it and how the women that you saw beside him helped him to do what he did. Even the one that you thought was the victim, that was 15, that ran away with her mom. This bitch was the ring motherfucking leader, but didn't have a place to lay her fucking head. With a nigga she left with.
I know you ain't talking about her. You ain't talking about her, right? The one you call Renentet? You ain't calling her your daughter, are you? Don't do it. Don't make me fucking do it, nigga. Huh? Little Dr. York, don't make me. So what he's talking about here, hold up, do it. Don't make me fucking do it, nigga. Huh? You ain't talking about her, right? you talking about? Why you think her mother and them can't even find her? You wanna play with me, nigga? I told you it'd be better for you to fuck with Cam Gills and bang back at Pharaoh, nigga. Leave me the fuck home to be with your bitch ass. Play your motherfucking self. Huh? She ran away from home. Is my wife's cousin, nigga. You know that. Don't make me bring her sister right here. Cut it out. Don't make me bring her sister right here in front of me. Her sister is my wife's cousin, nigga. You know that. Play yourself. You know that.
All the work and looking at all the different condos. And come to find out later, it was his older daughter that I sent the money to.
The girl who's 20 or 21 now was handling all the money. Meaning, like, you know, money was going through her stuff because she had the legit name and things like that. So in Tasha K's mind, Tasha K probably thinks she was the ringleader. But, you know what I mean? Because, you know, like, so say, hey, put this in your name.
No. That's probably exactly what's going on over there.
You're right. So that, I think that's what she meant.
She did her first lecture with Tashariq Bey when she was 13 years old. And she did her lecture on her book called In My Father's House, There Are Many Mansions. It's a book about being brought up in a polygynous household as a child and watching how the parents utilize each other based on their zodiacal frequency. Meaning one wife was a Cancer, so one wife is a Cancer, and she's also born on the number 2. So we made sure that she indulged in real estate because Cancer is the house of houses. So she wrote a book on how she noticed how our relationship was rooted in the astrological dispositions of the people that it makes up. Very interesting.
Ask myself, am I a mistake? This is page 6. I asked myself, am I a mistake? I'm sure I am only 13 years old. You hear what I'm saying? I am only 13 years old. And one of my biggest mistakes was breaking a ruler. Judging by this, it should be clear that I have not been alive that long. However, the deeper I got into my introspection, beseeching some resolve for my interpretation of this word, mistake, I began to realize that I had my very own existence in question. I wanted to know if I was a mistake. I will not lie to you. At first, I believed that I was a mistake. And by most people's definitions, we are all mistakes because I know that my parents did not plan for me here. This is a 13-year-old. Supposedly saying, I know I was a mistake. So one of the things that these predators do is they break down. They break down. So if she's not saying this, this is actually the conditioning that is happening. This is actually the conditions that are happening. Now watch it. The conditioning. As much as I love them, I know I was not a planned birth. Initially, when I arrived at this conclusion, I had mixed feelings. I did not know what to feel. Then I felt hurt. I even felt betrayed at some point. I felt like my birth was a mistake. There's the grooming. Somebody is grooming this young sister here to believe that she's a mistake, to believe. Here we go. This is 13-year-old now.
I'm at Puffy crib and I gotta leave his house. I'm telling my man, I gotta get ready to get out of here. My daughter is smiling, she need me to tuck in. I am not joking, this is a true story, and this is around this year. This is this year.
Don't put all my business out on the street.
This is true.
It is true.
Peace to Michael Edwards, man.
I do. I need to be tucked
Peace
in.
to Michael Edwards, man. Yeah, so
things were constantly changing. I needed clarity. I needed some closure. Or like my Yaboob would say, I needed resolve. My Yaboob says that I have an old soul. Here we go. That I have an old soul in that I think about things a whole lot deeper than the average 13-year-old.
I'm not going to apologize to the child molesters. I'm not going to.
I must admit, I am very happy to be with my Yaboob, Polite, affectionately known by the appellation Nasut, Amun Ra Sin, Atum Ra, by the rest of my family and friends, and by the rest of my family and my friends. Initially, I never had too much concern for relationships. Listen, initially, I never had much concern for relationships. Let me blow it up for y'all. Initially, I never had much concern for relationships. I guess my young age plays a great role in my not being too preoccupied with thoughts of relationships. However, all this was changed as I started gaining more awareness of my mother trials. I know you ain't talking about that girl, huh? The one that ran away from home? Who snuck out the room and left her mother? Because her mother left you? You want me to tell you?
Hey, Renentet. Come, baby. Take care of me.
Me and Young Pharaoh put it out before Sonetta so-called got angry and put it out. He just confirmed it to us. We was like, oh, he was right. We fucked up because it wasn't his daughter. Technically, it's not his daughter, so he's not like fucking his daughter, but he's fucking the woman he said was his daughter, but it's really a girl flown out from the East Coast. So we said it first, Ray J style. Go ahead.
We're going to break it down. Who was he talking about? This is who he was talking about. This is the lady that he was talking about, but he was talking about her daughter, who is 13 years old. Do y'all hear me? As Sonetta would say, check. This is the lady. Now, what I'm about to share with you is that this crazy maniac named Polite, Michael Nowak, actually influenced this girl, okay, 14, but I'm going to show you something in a minute. You're going to agree with me in a minute. We're talking about Polite right now. We're not talking about the case that he's facing, but we're talking about Polite grooming a sister, young sister, into what happened recently. And Sonetta claiming that he doesn't know nothing about this. So now, since Sonetta, you know what I mean? Sonetta saying he made it up, well, let's just go to it. Here is the lady. Now, with that being said, right? Now, who is this lady? As you can see, here's a picture of my beautiful mother. All right, now stay with me now. Here's a picture of my beautiful mother, Nasutet. Anak Baka Akiba, where I would be without her. This is the young girl writing this memoir. Okay? Here is a picture of my Yaboob Nasut. Amen Ra, Sin Atum Ra. He is the reason why I'm teaching and writing books. He inspires me every day, especially when he's teaching. All right?
Talk to people, man.
Like getting an Oscar. Let me tell y'all something. You people were never in this situation, have never had anybody in this situation. This is not a game. This is people real life. This is people real life. Let's see how you feel if that's you, if that's your mother, if that's your auntie, if that's your cousin, and how you feel. Oscar, there is no level of turn up that's appropriate. And you will never know.
Don't worry about it, because some of these people is designed to just agitate you. Some of them are designed to agitate you.
Oscar? What's the appropriate amount of reaction that you're supposed to have? What's the appropriate response? Tell me.